Hello everybody, and tonight we have another interesting battle sent to me by IDE ProAce. It's a 2v2 battle with, on one side we've got TWR Killerfisch and Sebi versus IDE Greyhound and IDE ProAce. Looks like it's gonna be an interesting battle, because one, it's a 2v2 and that's a rare sight to see. In the middle, we have, let's take a look from this side. On the left, we've got a workshop. In the middle, we've got a sword dojo. And on the right, we've got an archery dojo. These dojos will play an important part. Let's see who will utilize them how. And let's be off. But before that, take a look at the armies. You know what? Screw that, that's boring. I want to see some action. There are people with swords and there are people with spears. Take a look what happens. So Killerfisch and Sebi seem to be moving in their cavalry on flanking position. It seems like Greyhound did not even take any cavalry. That's quite interesting. That's a very rare thing to see. He does have his light cavalry and his general. Yeah, oh, my bad. He did take cavalry, but because he's yellow, it was hard to see.
Units, my lord. Treacherously meant to ambush us.
He's got about 4 or 5, maybe? So, Bulletproof Samurai are now capturing this workshop in the middle. The TWR team, I'm gonna call them TWR, Sebi is now capturing the sword dojo. In return, IDE is capturing the workshop. Oh, and we have our first fires going down on these light cavalry. Light cavalry are running away, but not without suffering losses. The TWR team has just captured the dojo in the middle. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why, but for some reason, I have a very strong urge to play Fable: The Lost Chapters. I do not know why.
Our hidden units have been
Got more fire going down. Okay, wait a moment. So, we've got IDE creating some pretty straight lines, while on the other one, the TWR has this strange spaghetti lines with depth. I don't know, I think we're gonna see an interesting fight with depth versus width, however how it's supposed to be pronounced. But fired at the cavalry. I think it was really a bad idea to put those cavalry on the front. I understand it puts them in a position of initiative, but is it really worth it? So the TWR is preventing IDE from capturing the dojo on the left, but on the right they're also positioning their cavalry on an assault position. ProAce has just dropped his leadership general on a stand your ground position, which gives the bonuses to all units, but prevents general from being used. So we have the cavalry fighting in the middle against a variety of enemies. These Shigaru are now fighting these avatar bodyguards. It seems like Killerfish's army is going to rout. There's so much going on. And I was just looking at this. Yes, the Sebi has finally started moving his cavalry to hit that general in the back, but he has just been intercepted by these Naginata attendants. But he's still pushing through because he's got so many cavalry. Finally has reached the cavalry and has managed to kill, well, only one guy. That's not very effective because ProAce has intercepted him using all of his cavalry. Now Greyhound is sending his cavalry as well to prevent that flanking force from moving any further. On the left, Greyhound is pushing forward against the Killerfish's troops. Killerfisch seem to be losing in the middle, but the right seems to be going to them. Despite all of that interception, Sebi's cavalry has managed to destroy the cavalry of Pro Ace, and has managed to hit the Matchlock Samurais in the back. Now they have been completely routed. Very interesting, very beautiful. Good job on Sebi's part. But it seems like Pro Ace is not done yet. He's repositioning his Yari cavalry to hit them back.
Shameful display.
Yeah, it is not over yet. Now the infantry hope hinges on Greyhound, who has a very strong infantry army. Pro Ace is doing as much damage as he can against those cavalry and all those units. Yeah, as you can see, Pro Ace is consolidating his forces on the left. He managed to win the engagement on the left side, on the middle side, and now he is going to support the right to relieve them, but it doesn't seem like he will be able to. Matchlock warrior monks are firing upon those katana cavalry.
A glorious victory will soon be yours.
But what is this? Because the enemy team has lost the middle, the rest of their team has had routed. Greyhound has did a great job, even though we didn't see it much. As well as Pro Ace, they have so many units left. The power bar has shifted very strongly, and now the rest of their units have just ran away. This was quite this was not as close as we are used to in most games, but it was still very entertaining. You know, pretty standard battle, I would say, but it usually ends up being a lot closer. Very good use of cavalry for both sides. The infantry was the one that decided the battle. That was a good game. Congratulations, John. Alright, that was it for now. Thank you and good night.